Hi, so I'm Dan, I'm one of the designers here at Lowe Alpine, and today we're going to take you through some of the key features and kind of product details on the new Rogue 48 climbing pack. So some of the key things we considered when we designed this pack was accessibility and carry. So climbing packs inherently can be some of the heaviest packs you're ever going to carry. Essentially you've got a big bag of metal and you're lugging it up a hill. So designing a pack that carries really well was one of our most important considerations. So on the new Rock range, we've got our kind of Triplex carry system. And what that essentially is made up of kind of three parts. So for one, we've got a flat aluminium frame that runs around the perimeter of the pack. We've got our HTP back panel, and it's covered with an EVA compression molding. So those three things combined together creates a carry system that distributes the load onto you really, really well, while also still being light and flexible enough that it's not becoming like really heavy and overbearing. So as part of the carry system, you've got your kind of top tensioners that you find on kind of most packs to kind of help kind of pull the pack in towards you, to help kind of stop that really kind of heavy weight falling away. What we've done is actually put some SR buckles at this point, so you can put a rope across your shoulders. So as an alternative way of carrying a rope, you can just lay it across and cinch it down. So after carry, accessibility was one of the main focuses we had for this range. And on the Rogue 48, what you've got is a really big kind of top opening, so you can just drop all your gear straight through the top like a big bucket. And then on the back, you've got this kind of big back door, which you can get to all your stuff really easily. This one's full of pillows, so it looks pretty, but we'll show you on this one because it's got some actual gear in it. So when you get to the crag, you can drop it down, and you can open the back door, and you can get to all your stuff. On the reverse of the back panel, you've got this nice big kind of stretchy pocket, and it's kind of for anything you want really. I personally kind of put my flip-flops in there for when I'm belaying, but t-shirts, spare books, extra guidebooks, kind of anything you want to kind of keep slightly separate, you can just go in there. You'll see that the front of the pack is covered in this really tough abrasion-resistant 840D ballistic nylon, and you'll see that that panel wraps all the way around the front and onto the base. And you also see that from the side of the pack, it's got like a really kind of tapered angle. And so those are kind of doing two things. So one, the shape is kind of funneling all the weight of the pack towards you and towards the hip belt, so it's going to carry really, really well. But also what that shape does is allowed us to create like a kind of seamless front and base panel. So when you put it down on the ground, you're minimizing seams and any kind of potential failure points. And being a climbing pack, this inherently kind of spends its pretty much entire life on the ground. So kind of having that front and base kind of as one piece means that when you kind of get to the crag and you chuck it down and you chuck it on its front, it's going to be able to kind of withstand the kind of the abuse that you're giving it. Next, we've got a really nice big top pocket, which is easily big enough to kind of fit your guidebook or kind of anything else you want to put in there. You've got a kind of a slightly semi-hidden kind of little pocket on the side, which just drops down. So it's great for kind of putting tape, nail cutters, bars, kind of anything you want to keep somewhat separate. We've also got two really big stretched side pockets for kind of water bottles, banana skins. You can put your baguette down there, so it's perfect for just kind of extra carry on the sides. So that kind of sums up the new Rogue 48. We kind of designed this mainly for the kind of the trad climber in mind, purely because of the amount of weight you're going to be carrying. But for me, I'm predominantly a sport climber, but I much prefer kind of the access and how this sort of pack works. So for me, this is now my kind of go-to bag every time I'm out cragging. So for this range, it really comes all down to access and what works best for you and how you want to get to and kind of access your kit. So if you want any more information, there's a whole bunch more on the website, so go check it out.